Memo, really, from San Antonio. And I'm told that there might be a little bit of phone connection problems, so if you could hurry up with your questions so that we can catch you before you disconnect. Are you there?
Oh, am I on?
Yeah.
Yes. What's your question?
Okay. Okay, excellent. Thank you. And yes, it's Memo. It's actually
Okay.
my
Cool.
original name. But anyway, I was having a discussion with a friend of mine, a Christian friend of mine, a couple of days ago, and we went to the point we had to talk about what created God, because God created everything, and He's so complex. Yeah. And He's so complex that He had to be created. It wasn't necessarily my argument, but it was brought to the table by someone else. Anyways, he came up with this concept that I didn't know really how to debate. In any case, is the principle of totality or totality. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it in English. Basically, it says that God doesn't need a cause to exist. It just exists because itself.
That's not a concept. That's just an excuse. You know, you could just say, if your friend says that to you, say, fine, the universe doesn't need a cause in order to exist.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
I mean, two can play at that game. And the advantage is there's evidence that the universe does exist. You know?
Yeah, well, he came up with saying, well, we don't have a time machine to go back in time and see what happened really.
So what? So what?
Just because we don't know a thing doesn't mean that we're justified in making shit up and then labeling that as the answer, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's right. At some point, he was giving me all these examples of how God doesn't need really to be explained, because we can go down to the point in which we have to say, well, I don't know.
Yeah, but again, just because you don't know doesn't mean you therefore get to make something up and say that's the explanation.
Right, and if he's satisfied saying, well, some stuff just can't be explained, then he shouldn't be asking the questions in the first place about, well, how can you explain the universe?
And he's not really
he's
saying...
not being honest with you.
He's not being honest. He's saying we get to a point where we have to say, I don't know, and then he doesn't say, I don't know, does he? He says God did it. He says he knows that his God did it, which is cheating. He either knows or he doesn't know.
Yeah, understood, yeah. Actually, I was trying to... Well, I have the conversation over the Internet. I don't really have it face-to-face.
Yeah.
It's like a blog type of thing, a video blog, actually. So, yeah, at some point I had to tell him, well, if you don't know, that's the best... That's exactly what I told him. That's the best way to go about it and be honest and say, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that his answer will be at some point, well, if you don't know, how can you know that God didn't do it?
Well, he'll say that, but then the point is that it's not that we know that God didn't do it. It's that we know there is evidence of what went on at the time of the Big Bang, and that is actual evidence that is being studied by scientists, and that evidence is not leading in the direction of an omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent creator God. It's leading in weird, bizarre quantum physics directions, which are strange, but you don't get the Christian God out of that. So, the only way you're going to move off of the position of I don't know is by finding out. And you don't find out by just making up God. You find out by looking at the evidence.
Yeah, totally agree with that. I know you guys refer people to a website. What is it called? That has all the information about all the scientific information about how the universe works.
It's talkorigins.org. It's a site that was composed to basically collect information put out there on the news group talk.origins. And one of the best things that they have on that site is a giant, it's called the Index to Creationist Claims. If you Google that, it'll probably take you straight to Talk Origins.
Okay. Okay. Excellent.
All right.
Well, that was pretty much it. And thank you for taking my call.
Great. Thanks for calling.
Thanks, Memo.